Okay, so part 2 of this, I'm going to be taking down this gun. We already talked about the features, and internally I'll talk about the rest. So, let's get with this. Okay, first things first, there is no magazine. And since it is new, there isn't going to be any rounds whatsoever. So, I'm going to just simply break this thing down. You're going to want to turn the gun over, and you're going to want to pull up here on the back of your trigger until that comes up. Then you can remove the entire trigger group. I'm going to put this down so it doesn't break apart right here. Okay. Lay that down. And by the way, this does not have any trademarks. It is clean. So, I guess that's a negative there. And then you got your trigger grouping. You can see everything that's there. You can put this in your head. You can figure out how it works. You can probably mess with this. I wouldn't. I know this is a very expensive piece, so I would leave that alone. Put this off to the side. And then I'm going to extract the top receiver. You just pull up on the back until it comes off the stock. And now you have the guts of your M14. I've been wanting to pull this thing apart for a long time. I'm going to put the stock away, and this itself is pretty heavy. Most of the weight is in the back, which makes some sense. Lay that down, and you got everything here. Now they're going to want to, they want you to mess with the hop up internally, but you can mess with it on the inside, which I'll show you later. How they want you to use the hop up to turn it up or turn it down. You're going to want to pull back on here, and you're going to want to pull this out of the way. This is the guide for your side. So you pull that off, or just to the side, it'll swing down. You pull back on your bolt. You're going to want to hold that up. And then, where is that thing actually? I said it would be back here. Huh. And then let me just let this ride forward. Where is the damn hop up? Okay, found it. The hop up is right there. You're going to see a little gold ring. Let me get this. You'll see a gold ring in there, and that's where your hop up is. I'll show you how to mess with it without needing to pull it apart. Now this is a heavy piece of metal, and I love how it feels. It feels like a rock. It is not going to break, and it already feels actually pretty lubed up, but I'll still clean it out. Always clean out your guns when you first get them because they come somewhat dry. This one didn't. So now I'm going to put it all back together. I'm going to put this upside down. Okay. Get the stock again. I'll lay that down here. Hopefully I'm not moving the camera. You gotta line this up on the inside. Okay. Got that all lined up. You get the trigger grouping again. There you go. You're going to do a functions test. Put in your magazine. This gun probably makes me look smaller. And the bolt locks back, and your bolt catch on the other side is right here. And I've heard that it's very strong, but I can get it to work. And pulling back on the bolt does not release the bolt because of the empty magazine. But if you do have an empty magazine and you switch out for a full one, this will still stay back. But pulling back on it will release it. But this is not a full magazine. So you push down on here. Now, let's see if I can actually do it one-handed here. I'm not going to use it, but okay, I can release it. It does have some tension, which will probably loosen up over time. And this is a fully automatic version and a semi-automatic one. So you get this little part right here, they'll stick out, and you'll flip that around. And then when you see the A, which I believe should be on this side. Okay, obviously Airsoft GI did not switch that around either. So this is semi-automatic. And it still has gas in it too. Okay. Okay, there was enough gas in there for 3 shots. Once again, Airsoft GI managed to scare me there. So that was semi-automatic. And it doesn't have any gas anymore for automatic. So there was a little bit of gas still in there. That's weird. I'm going to take this magazine out before it blows up on me. On the magazine itself, plastic tip on the top. So you're going to want to buy a few of these. You're going to want to buy a few of these anyway, just so you can get this baby keep going. Metal everything else though. Everything on this is metal. And I'm never going to replace that spring. I don't need to. I don't want to. You have a hole for your scope mounts, which I'll soon be getting as well. And you do have a slot for stripper clip, because the original one did have a stripper clip hole here. But I'm not going to need that, and anyway, who would, and how would you use it? So that's it for the internal parts and the outer parts. I already love this gun so much. It's going to be amazing. And the last part I'm going to cover, which no one else I've seen has covered, is you have your giant orange flash hider here, which you can replace for a real one. It will fit. And wow, this actually unscrews here too. What is this? I know this is supposed to be... Okay, so that's the spring. This is your recoil spring, which is not so big. I'm going to take that out because I don't know how to put that back in quite yet. Okay. I'm going to screw this back in without hurting anything. Okay. Now under here, this little lug right here is for a bayonet if you want to mount a real bayonet. And you can actually screw off this thing. You're going to need some pliers because, of course, since this is just right out of the factory, it's very stiff. But you can take that off and replace it with the real one. And the sights, like I said, the real one is adjustable. The front one is a post that is non-adjustable, as far as I know. But it looks great. Having this gun reminds me of Call of Duty Zombies a whole lot, just because this would be the gun I would always pick up. I'll give props for Airsoft GI for one little thing. They did lube this gun. I'm probably going to go over it again, but they did lube this up. It feels great. That's a heavy bolt, and it actually rings a little bit. So, yeah, that's it for this. Once I have a shooting review, I will put that up for you guys. Give me any comments you want. Ask me any questions you want about this. I will answer them. I will do anything you want me to do with this gun within its limits. Obviously, I'm not going to chuck this off of a 3-story building, even though I feel like this thing would still hold up. So, thank you for your time. Watch this over and over. Like, subscribe, comment, do what you want. Thank you for the video. See ya. Bye.